Okay, Shalom. As always, first and foremost, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect, the 144 of Israel. Okay, this is Bawa, Ana. We're with the GMS Dallas camp, and we're just coming with another quick hit in the spirit. And so we're just going to jump right into the scriptures. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 30.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 11. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it afar off.
The word, the commandments aren't hidden or far off. Okay, you got the prophets in every major city. You got you got people pushing this word everywhere you look. You got the internet, and everything else. There's no excuse for not hearing the word. That goes for everybody. Okay, continue.
It says, it is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
Right. The word isn't up in space somewhere. It's not up on some big mountain that someone needs to climb and bring it down, although that was kind of already done, right? To some degree.
Right.
That's not where it is. Continue. Continue.
Verse 14, it says, verse 13, neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, who shall go over to the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it.
And it's not at the bottom of the sea. You don't have to sail across the ocean to find it. You don't have to go over the earth, etc., etc. Like I said, the prophets are in every major city. They're everywhere. This word is being pushed very, consistently, with no breaks, and you can go on YouTube at any time and find the brothers doing a lesson.
It says in verse 14, but the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it.
There you go. So basically what I just said, it's very nigh unto you. All you got to do is go online or go on YouTube, and you can find the word. It's there.
Right.
And you don't say you can't do that. You got starving people over in wherever with iPhones and what have you. I've seen it, right?
Come on, brother. And if I may add, the scripture said that the word is very nigh unto thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. Right. Now that's the righteousness which is of the faith. Okay, pursuing to Romans the 10th chapter, Paul was talking about how if you believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that He is the Lord, that is the righteousness that will get you saved out of here. You see, Abraham's faith was imputed unto him for righteousness. You see, it wasn't the acts of the law, it wasn't per se physically the works, but it was the faith that you had, and a signet, a token to signify that you had that faith was your works. You see, and so I wanted to get another. We can get that precept in 1 Corinthians, or did you want to get that in James first?
So what's the one in Corinthians?
About how there's no temptation. Let's get the one in John
first. Yeah.
Okay, this is John chapter. 1 John chapter 5, starting at verse 3. It says, "For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous."
The commandments are not hard to do. It's not hard. It's not hard to not eat pork. It's not hard to. It's not hard to commit adultery. It's not hard to sleep with your friend's wife.
It's not hard to not sleep at your friend's wife.
Not sleep,
yeah.
Slovakia. Come on, the water.
No, it's all good.
You know, as long, you know, so long as you're not hanging around her. You know, I know a lot of these women can be tempting, but what business do you have hanging around your friend's wife?
Man, bro.
Well, why? What are you doing? What are you doing over there, man? That's not your business, man. Leave her alone. It's not. That's not grievous. That's not hard to do.
Right. It's not burdensome. You know. It's not something that is beyond what you're capable of doing.
God.
It's simply the right thing to do. Keep the commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
See? Let me get that other precept.
Is there more to that in John?
Yeah, I can get a little more. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 4. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith.
There you go.
You see? So the faith that we have in Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to allow us to keep the commandments. It's going to allow us to do, you know, the things that are lawful. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. You see? I believe that's in Hebrews. I wanna get that. If you want to get 1 Corinthians chapter 10, and then
I'll get that.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Okay, I got Hebrews right here.
Let me get Corinthians.
Well, I want to finish.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. It says, "But without faith it is impossible to please Him, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that He is." And what is the Lord's name in the Hebrew? Yahweh, which means what? He is. You see? They must believe that Yahweh and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him.
Right.
You see? And how do you seek the Lord? Of course, by having faith and continuing in His commandments, man.
Mm-hmm.
Being brotherly. You see? Being charitable. Okay?
That's right. This is First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. But,
right.
Go ahead, break it down.
So the Lord is not going to allow us to experience something that we can't handle, man. You see? Yahweh Shah already did that. He already did that. The hard work. He already suffered the most. Okay, and so the Lord's not going to allow us to suffer lest we fall. You know, we might stumble, we might trip up, but we're gonna catch ourselves. You see? And so that's what the Lord. That's because the Lord he's having mercy. You see?
Hey, if I can make a point, Abraham was told to kill Isaac. Man,
oh, yeah.
I mean, you think Abraham wanted to kill Isaac?
Right.
But he was faithful to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Yep. That's right, brother.
That's a good example.
Yeah. I got a precept if you want me to back
Go
it
ahead,
up.
go ahead.
This is Judith chapter 8, verse 25. Moreover, let us give thanks to Yahweh our power, which trieth us, even as He did our fathers. Remember what things He did to Abraham, and how He tried Isaac, and what happened to Jacob in Mesopotamia of Syria, when he kept the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother. For He hath not tried us in the fire, as He did them, for the examination of their hearts, neither hath He taken vengeance on us, but Yahweh doeth scourge them that come near unto Him, to admonish them. You see? So the Lord, He tries His men, He tries those who come unto Him. The scriptures say, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So expect to go through certain things, but the Lord's not going to put you in a situation that you can't handle, man, unless you're totally not in the spirit.
Right.
Then the Lord's doing that to kick you out.
It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Right. Right.
So with the temptation, Most High is gonna, he's trying your faith,
Right.
and he's gonna see which road you take. You gonna take that straight gate, or that wide easy gate.
Right. Right. Acceptable men are made in the furnace of adversity, meaning when you're catching hell, when you're going through experiences that are unpleasant and uncomfortable, the Most High is refining your character, and also He's making you dislike this place, have a disdain for this place.
Right.
Because our spirit is not meant to dwell in a wicked society.
That's right.
It is meant to dwell in righteousness. So you catching hell reminds you that you don't really belong here.
That's right.
And it's the Lord pushing you towards doing His will.
It's the Lord dealing with you.
Yeah. It's the Lord.
Hey, yeah, take it as a compliment, for lack of a better word.
Right.
I mean,
it's tough love, man.
Right. Yeah.
It's tough love. Just like your dad, hey, he might rough you up. You know what I'm saying? He might, wrestle with you, or play hard with you,
right.
or be hard on you, even just with his words.
Right.
But it's to make you a man who can be sturdy and operate in society, and not a effeminate.
Right. And these heathens don't care, man. Hey, these heathens are living it up.
Yeah. Yeah, the world isn't for us, man. This world on this side, in this wicked society, is not for us, man.
Yeah, kind. Hey, if you were of the world, it would hate, or if you were of the world, the world would love you. It would love its own.
Right. Right.
So, hey, look at it that way.
Can I get one more scripture? This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. So the yoke is bearing this truth on taking up that cross, going through these afflictions like a soldier of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That is what we are instructed to do. Yahushai said, "Take my yoke upon you." You see?
There you go.
And by taking the yoke of the Lord upon our shoulders, we will receive rest if we continue to the end. Okay?
And Yahushua said, bear your cross, man.
Yeah.
Not meaning put a necklace with a cross around it.
Nah, man, you're tripping.
Yeah, that's.
You got to go into the Greek.
The book of parables.
Yeah. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So even though you might catch certain tribulations that you like, man, I didn't get to make all the money that I thought I was going to be able to make because of this truth. I didn't get to do this, and that. And Jake liked to blame it on the truth. But you got to realize this is what Yahushua went through. Satan offered Yahushua the entire world. Okay? The Israelites at one point wanted to make Yahushua the king over all the land. But what? Prophecy had to be fulfilled, man. You see, you can't have your mind in this carnal society. You have to be able to see beyond this place.
Yahushua told Pilate, he said, "My kingdom isn't of this world." But did not Satan, like you just said, bro? Satan tried to give Yahushua his kingdom. Like, man, come on, man.
Right.
Like Yahushua, like why? What does Yahushua need Satan's kingdom for? You know what I'm saying?
It's pointless, man.
Come on.
That's all I have.
Hey, so with that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to our apostles and elders who rule well and taught us this truth. And peace and blessings to the elect who scattered Akim, pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.